Wow, being a prepubescent girl is amazing. I hope my body and mind stays this way forever. Also, I really love horses.
Be not afraid.
Who are you?
I am your mother.
You're not my mum. She looks like this.
I'm your mother in a more general way, just like I'm your mother's mother. All my children are of blood and muscle and sinew. I am the manifestation of the primordial flesh from which all creatures of warm blood come from. I am the trunk and the branch of the tree of life that blossomed into your species, along with the species you breed into servitude, slaughter, and consumption to prolong your own flesh. And yes, even horses.
Could you turn me into a horse?
Yes, if I wanted to. It's a very gory transformation, though.
And what do you want with me?
I'm here to show you your most intimate self, the version of you repressed by this society that won't allow you to fully explore your own body.
My most intimate self? That doesn't sound very PG-13.
Your species has warped its own perception of the meat it inhabits. You sexualized the very idea of having a form and decided which parts of your flesh should be shown and which parts should be kept hidden. You have lost touch with the very construct you will live inside for the rest of your short lives, and I'm here to change that.
But how? Beauty standards have been imposed on my body and for so many generations before I was born. I mean, I'm only 12. Already my femininity has been weaponized against me through the eyes of men, the law, and what I've been taught since birth. What makes you think that I can break that cycle?
It doesn't matter how long a wheel has been turning. It can always be broken. I built you in my image and filled you with my love. And you repaid me by enforcing your made-up rules on my creation. And I'm pretty fucking sick of it. Excuse the language.
You keep saying you, but I didn't do any of this. I'm just a child. If anything, I'm just a victim of the system.
You're right. You are innocent in the system's creation. You were born into a body then raised to hate it. And that isn't your fault. But I am infinite, and your species is not as important as it likes to think it is. So it's pretty easy for an immortal being to generalize.
But if you're the creator of us, can't you just uncreate the bad ones and leave the rest of us in a utopia?
I wish it was that simple. Look, I'll do a quick miracle to prove my point.
This is the most misogynistic man I could find on your planet right now. He hates the very womb that made him and spends every day trying to dictate the wombs of all my children.
And now I have torn him apart. His body is no more, but it won't matter. Your species spreads contagiously. When one branch of the flesh network is cut off, another will only grow back. The skinless misogynist will cycle through others indefinitely unless fundamental changes are made to the species as a whole.
Maybe you should be showing this to the leaders of the world instead?
I'd rather show it to someone who would listen.
Fair enough, but I still don't get it. You're the one that created the divide in the first place. You're the one that made the two types of body, man and woman.
Naive child, you dare tell me I was uncreative enough to stop at two? I create infinitely unique bodies and forms. It was your species that created the divide. You saw genitals that stuck out and genitals that went in, and decided that was the best part of my creation to label yourselves by. Your species loves making things difficult. You created language, values, traditions that were right for one and wrong for the other. One is allowed to grow hair on its body and the other is not. How dare you question how I made my children? Question my intentions when I gave you this gift. And what do you gain from all this? If a he is a he or a she is a she, it has as much meaning as you choose to give it.
What about the difference between the genders that aren't genitals, like estrogen and testosterone?
Present me your horse and witness my miracle.
Wow, thanks I guess.
This horse fetus contains 1/2 estrogen and 1/2 testosterone. It has no genitals. What is it?
An exception.
There are no exceptions in my children.
Look, I hate the patriarchy as much as the next 12-year-old girl, but this part of your lighting is lost on me. The fact of it is, without a penis or a vagina, our species would not be where it is today.
Look into your hands again.
A horse's tongue?
Look harder.
Of course, I see it now. None of this matters. The gender of the fetus doesn't matter. It will work itself back into the flesh network cycle as something new and unique. None of the genders really matter because our forms are ever changing and forever temporary.
Yes, now you can clearly see how little gender matters in comparison to the primordial ocean you came from and will one day return to. Now go, my child. You have seen the true meaning of your body.